Hey, what's up, y'all? Back in the kitchen. Welcome back into our home. It's Sunday and we're doing a little meal prepping again. So we wanted to bring you back into the kitchen, show you what we're working on this week, and of course leave you with a recipe. So we've got two things really that we're planning for, and planning's big for our week. In order for us to survive throughout the week, we've got to plan for our lunches and do a little preparation for our dinners. So first thing is we've got some bone broth in the crock pot again. Bone broth's so healthy for us and so versatile. It's going to allow us to make a few dishes this week. We've got a chicken soup that we're planning and a ramen noodle that we'll make both out of the broth. So we'll do a video dedicated solely to some bone broth and maybe some of the recipes that you can make out of the bone broth at a later time. But today we're working on a ground beef sort of stir-fry dish that's really simple to put together. Look, we've been busy this week. We haven't planned for spending a lot of time in the kitchen, but we're going to get our meal prepping done and either way. So what I have is some ground meat already. We use the ground beef today, but we like to make this using the ground turkey as well. Honestly, either one works, and what we focus on is quality. So we're making sure that we're getting the free range ground turkey or the all grass-fed beef, making sure that we're getting good sourced meat. Not so much focusing on the quantity of the food that we're eating, but more so the quality of food we're eating. So of course we're going to take our ground meat and we're going to use that as a base for just adding a bunch of vegetables in, as much vegetables as we can. What we have is bell pepper and Anaheim here. So we got like a little bit of a spice, so I chopped up some bell pepper. We did this beforehand obviously, but we got chopped up bell pepper, chopped up Anaheim, parsnips, onion, and about 3 or 4 tomato here. So that's about a whole onion, 3 or 4 tomato, a big parsnip, and then a full bell pepper and 1 big Anaheim there. All right. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put this together and show you how this works. So my wife's here, of course, with me. So Dulcie, I'll let you go ahead and tell them how you do this.
So we browned the meat. It takes me about roughly 10 minutes to brown the meat, and as you can see, there's a little bit of juice at the bottom of the meat, in which that's a good thing. You want to make sure that your juices stay there. Again, it's a good source, so it's a good fat to have. Once your meat is browned, you're gonna get your onions. And just toss them on in there. Mix them up a little and let them get a little caramelized with the meat and the juices that are in the bottom of the meat. Now, the way that I season my meat is I just do, as you can see, some real salt, black pepper, garlic, paprika, and I do put a little bit of avocado oil to get the oils.
Yeah, to get the meat cooking in the avocado oil. So you can use avocado oil, you can use coconut oil. Those are really the two we recommend. Olive oil is better served as a salad dressing, or just using it at room temperature, not really cooking a whole lot with. All right, what you want next?
Now you want to cook this at a medium heat. Once the onions are nice and mixed, nice and caramelized, then you go ahead and give me the bell pepper and the Anaheims.
We got bell pepper, Anaheim. So we like to use Anaheim because we've got the kids. It gives us a little bit of a spice, but not too hot for the kids.
Yeah, it's not too much.
If you like something a little spicier, you can go with serranos. You go with jalapenos. You can really use any pepper. Super versatile here.
Okay.
All right.
Now go ahead and give me the
parsnip.
Yeah, the parsnip.
All right. So we're adding parsnip into this one. This is just to make this dish a little more hearty, give us some additional variety to the meal. We've done this before with turnips. We're not big potato fans. I mean, we love the potato, but we're trying to use vegetables that are going to give us more bang for our buck, so as nutrient dense as we can. Some other things you can put in here, maybe carrot. It's just really whatever you like.
Now the tomato is going to give it a lot more juice. You're going to need to cook this and cover it up, just because the parsnips can be a little hard. So you want to make sure that they soften nice and good for you.
Yeah.
Once everything is nice and mixed, I like to then also throw a little bit more seasoning in there. So my real salt.
Use some of that real salt. And look, guys, I know like salt has been demonized to some degree. Don't be afraid to use salt. Get the real salt. Get a good Himalayan salt. A good sea salt, whatever you have that's going to give you a high mineral type salt.
Garlic.
Don't want to use just, you know, your regular.
Garlic.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's pepper. Garlic. Yeah, so we want a quality salt, in other words. Add some garlic, so we're just adding in our spices here, and these are the spices that we like. You guys can play with it a little bit, and that's what it's about. When you're eating good food, you're trying to, you know, eat healthier. It doesn't mean that it has to be boring and tasteless. Okay, so you want to experiment with different flavors, different herbs, different spices. And there we go. All right, so basically to wrap this thing up, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the lid on it. We're gonna let it cook on medium for another maybe 10-15 minutes, mostly just to let the parsnips kind of soften there. Okay. Now this dish is, you know, I keep saying versatile. This is really versatile. So this dish could be eaten just as is. We'll likely put it later on in the week, maybe on like a bed of cabbage, chopped up cabbage. We could make like little lettuce wraps, you know, put it in maybe like turkey boats kind of thing. Gosh, it's endless. You just gotta, you know, get creative and make different dishes out of you know, out of one pot full of you know, a dish. So anyway, yeah, thanks for joining us again. Make sure you're following us on Instagram at RX Nutrition and Wellness. Check out the recipe page on the website, rxnwellness.com. Check out the recipe page for the full recipe. We'll break it down in there. And as always, follow us on Facebook, all the social media. Make sure you keep an eye on us, and we'll keep providing you guys with good content and recipes and everything that you love. All right, take care.